Morton Street. I've been here for approximately, this is about my third season here.
My name is Hope Brown Byers, and I am a company member, a dancer, and a choreographer with Full Circle Dance Company.
My favorite thing about dance is the freedom to express myself, the freedom to move, not necessarily being confined, but just doing whatever it is that comes to my mind and my body. Just the freedom, just overall freedom. When I'm dancing, I feel free. Overall, just being a dance artist of color, I do recognize that there are some spaces that I cannot necessarily float easily into. So it is definitely exclusive at times, yeah.
I think it definitely can be exclusive. And I think really a lot of that has to do with the dance business. Yeah, I think with some companies want a particular style or what that company is known for. Once that has been established and they find that that is what works, that is what brings in the sales, that is what brings in the tickets, then that's what they stick to.
Speaking from my personal experience, I do dances that are centered around Afro-contemporary dances of the African diaspora. So a lot of it is not something that is traditionally seen on the stages. And I feel like I do have a barrier when it comes to being able to showcase my work or just be able to apply for a grant and people understand what my work is. Yeah.
Well, the last piece that I did is a piece about the history of lynching in America and its impact on our legacy. So, in my piece, we spoke to the Great Migration, where I know when I was growing up, the narrative was, oh, Black people from the South traveled north and west for greater opportunities when they were really fleeing racial terror. The piece I choreographed before that, called Trouble, has to do with the stress that mothers of African American males have endured. It has been consistent. Like, mothers of African American males have always been like, I don't know if my child's going to come home.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, without a doubt, the wonderful, beautiful Misty Copeland has spoken to that as well, about her struggles, being an African American woman in ballet and how her more muscular physique was used as an excuse, right? I remember her saying in an interview that it doesn't quite fit, the mold of blah, blah, blah. But, at the core, most likely what they were saying is, you're Black. So
you can even go from the smallest details of, I remember growing up pancaking my shoes. Now that they have more opportunities for us to have shoes that match our skin tone, it still is a barrier because there are certain American ballet dance companies who do not want their dancers to even purchase those shoes to wear on stage. It's amazing when you're in the 21st century and we have to say the first Black principal ballet dancer or the first Black male principal, the fact that we even have to keep saying that shows you that it is still a barrier. There is still a divide. Yeah. The world is starting to embrace the idea that European-centered dance forms are not the foundation of all dance.
I've never felt comfortable in ballet class. When I found modern dance, I just felt like, oh, the earth, like I can be grounded and I can feel the curve in my spine and I can move my hips, and that's okay.
But more and more people are starting to understand that there are specific dance forms that are foundational to cultures and ethnicities, and they're important and they're valid, and that you can be a dancer without actually having to have ballet at your foundation.